Hey, what's up, y'all? And I'm back at y'all with a random video, some shit honestly I wasn't even planning on doing. I was just thinking about it probably about 2 hours ago. I was like, you know what? I want to retwist my locks on camera. I done had these bad boys for about 2 years, actually a little over 2 years. I started retwisting these back in June 2023. You know what I'm saying? Which is funny because back in May 2023, I had some other, like a couple months before that, I had some other locks, but I cut them, grew my hair out. Well, I ain't cut like all my hair off. I just kind of combed them out, cut a little bit, combed them out. My hair was super long. I said, you know what? I'm gonna grow them out again and do them right. And I love my locks. You know what I'm saying? My first time growing locks was back in 2015. You feel me? Actually, no, 2014. That's when I locked up the first time. Cut my hair after 5 years, grew these out, and now I'm dead set on keeping these. I don't want to, cut my hair. But anyway, that ain't the point. The point is I'm about to do a retwist. I already washed my hair. If y'all can't tell, it's already washed and all that good stuff. Usually when I retwist my hair, I'll use this olive oil, this. You know what I'm saying? I done had this for about probably a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? As far as I remember, I had this for a year and a half. It's cool. It smell good. Smell real good. It's good on the hair. Real easy on the, hair and stuff like that. And ain't nothing. It's just a cream. You know what I'm saying? But I switched over to this stuff right here because I like it. But yeah, I got this stuff. I like it because it's got a real strong hold. See that cream stuff is good, but it don't really hold. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's not a wax, which is a good thing. You don't really want to be putting wax in your locks. You know what I'm saying? But it's got a real strong hold on it, and I like that. So yeah, I don't want to talk too much more. I'm gonna just go ahead and get in this retwist. You know what? Let me move my camera over here. Yeah, that's much better. Now I can really see it. I think just a little thing from me. I think the best thing anybody with locks can do is learn to retwist your own shit. You know what I'm saying? That way you saving money. I started my locks back in 2014, and I started retwisting my locks probably a year. Nah, probably not even a year. Yeah, probably about a year after that. You know what I'm saying? In 2015, I started twisting my own locks. And you can't go wrong with it. That's good. And then another thing I want to tell y'all is I decided to kind of, you can't really see it, but I got a lot of growth under my locks that I'm retwisting into the ones on the edges, like the ones at the ends, you know what I'm saying, at the bottom. I got some, like, a lot of growth that I'm retwisting into these because I want my line, because I got oh shit, I hit my mic. I got all this shaved, you know what I'm saying, like all the way. I pretty much got a pineapple, you know what I'm saying. I got hot tops and shit. So I decided to, you know, kind of grow out some extra hair just to kind of help the ones at the ends be stronger. You know what I'm saying? Just to, you know, keep the line, you know, like, even. It's a bitch and a half, you know what I'm saying? Like, growing this hair out and twisting it in, because I had to wait a while before it was long enough to, you know, grip. But at the same time, the hair just, it's kind of hard, you know, getting it to stay in the locks. It's like I done tried to crochet a few of them, but I ain't trying to overdo that crocheting shit because it's not really good for your locks if you overdo it. And I understand it's like free hair, meaning it's hair that's not locked in. So it ain't nothing to, you know, I mean, it's getting there, but at the same time, it's something I gotta kind of, you know what I'm saying, just be patient about. Like, I ain't in no rush to sit there and get the hair to lock in because it's gonna take some time. Like, I just tried locking this hair in probably last month. You know what I'm saying? So for anybody out there doing the same thing, if you got some extra hair, you trying to lock in your locks, you either go see a professional, somebody who can do it like right then and there, or you just DIY it and be patient. Goddamn hair all over the place, man. I'm trying to find a good angle to get it, you know, so I can get this hair. And you know, some other shit, you know, I thought about this a long time ago. Around the time I grew these out, you know what I'm saying? Or when I decided to, cause the locks I had before these was pineapple too, you know what I'm saying? But them was kind of uneven. Meaning, like, some of the ones, especially the ones in the front wasn't as thick as I wanted them. Cause I ain't, like, when I had my first set of locks, I had over 120 locks, you know what I'm saying? And that was just too much. Like, I remember my first time retwisting my own hair, and it took me 8.5 hours to retwist my hair. You know what I'm saying? Over time, it got, you know, a lot faster than that. You know, my average time as I got used to it was about 3.5 hours. But even then, that was too much for me. It was just like maintaining them locks was just a bitch and a half, especially knowing I couldn't really at the time afford to see a loctician and shit. So now that these locks a thing, it's so much easier for me to handle my hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, these don't take nothing to retwist. It take me about 30 minutes to retwist these. You know, I got what, 18? So going from 120 over 120 to 18 locks, like, I love these. So I think for anybody out there considering locking up, or if you know, just, I mean, I ain't gonna sit there and speak to nobody who already got locks, but if you considering locking up, try to keep it at a minimum of how many locks you want. I mean, you know, cause look, I got 18 and they thick and they look good. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta find what worked for you. Cause I be seeing a lot of people have a whole lot of locks, and I be thinking to myself, been there, did that, wouldn't go back. And you know, I find not taking advice from people when you're doing your own hair, just kind of rock out, do your own thing. You know, because I remember, you know, around the time I first started my locks, you know, I had like a family friend. She had long locks, you know what I'm saying? But she was putting me on the ignorant path, you know, the dark side, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm already on the dark side. She was putting me on some other shit, you know what I'm saying, is what I say. And at the time, I was ignorant. You know, when you starting something out and you look at somebody who got what you want, like she had long locks and I wanted long locks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was seeing the future as far as my hair. So she was putting me on some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Telling me that, you know, don't wash my hair. You know what I'm saying? I remember her saying that. Like, I remember like it was yesterday. Don't wash my hair. Don't wash your hair. Let the dirt, you know, clump up your hair and it's gonna lock. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that shit. Make sure you wash your hair. Cause I, like, even recently, not recently, like recent type shit, but I done had people ask me, do I wash my hair? Like family and shit like that. I ain't never had nobody in the past, like in public, ask me, hey, do you wash your hair and all this shit? Like, I done had family ask me, do I wash my hair? And I say, yeah, it's hair. Don't you wash your hair? Cause you got locks and cause I got locks and shit. I'm like, it just show the ignorance of people. They see locks and they think your shit dirty, and that's not it. Like, even my mom at one point thought this shit was temporary. You know, like, once it's locked up, oh, you could just, you know, undo it. And technically you can by combing it out, but it'll take a bitch and a half to do that. It's not like some permanent, I mean, like some temporary hairstyle. This is a lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? But I came a long way as far as, you know, what products I put in my hair, what I wash my hair with, how I take care of my locks. Like, don't, just for newcomers, you know, upcoming people who want locks and shit like that, don't listen to advice from people. Shit, don't even listen to my advice, even though I ain't really giving advice. I'm just kind of letting y'all know what I do and don't do, you know, because you really don't want to fuck up your hair, you know, because sometimes that shit could be permanent and you don't want that. You don't want permanent bald spots. You don't want permanent scars in your hair. You don't want to overdo retwist, because you can overdo retwist. I'm doing, at this point, I started this probably a couple weeks ago. I started retwisting my hair every 2 weeks. Usually I wait a month, you know, once a month. But the only reason I'm doing this is so my hair can lock faster. You know what I'm saying? Like my hair already locked, but I'm talking about this. I'm talking about the new growth I was telling y'all about, the shit at the bottom. Like I want it to grow in. You know what I'm saying? But the only way that's gonna properly lock in is if I keep on it. You know, it's a patience thing. You can't really rush it, but you can help it by retwisting your hair often. I wouldn't recommend retwisting your hair often, especially if you already dealing with like balding and shit like that, or thinning hair. You know me, I'm good on that. I ain't got to really worry about that shit. But you got to have a real good solid reason on why you retwisting your hair often like I'm doing it. You know, don't just be out here retwisting your shit because it's looking nappy or something like that. That's the beauty of locks. They get nappy. They get, you know, frizzy and shit. You know, it's a part of the process of getting nice locks. And I remember a point in time where, you know, when I was a jit, I remember being a kid and, you know, my dad used to always cut my hair. I wanted to grow my hair out so bad. And at one point I did grow my hair. You know, I had a little fro and my mom got my hair, you know, twisted. Not locks and shit, but I remember, like, I did get my hair styled one time. I ain't like it. The lady made me look like a little ass girl. You know what I'm saying? That shit pissed me off. You know, I combed that shit out quick. It ain't even last a few hours, to be honest. But it's something about having locks that's so free. You know what I'm saying? For me, at least. I love having locks. I love being able to not only, you know, do my own hair, being able to style it how I want to, but just having the, you know, just the freedom to know my hair twisted. And I ain't got to sit there and worry about nothing, to be real. It's a good style to have, especially when you don't want to sit there and fuck with your hair a lot. You know, because like I said, I done been there with having a fro. You know, you wake up, your shit all matted down, and you gotta pick it out or something like that, and your hair might not take to the pick. You know, you probably gotta spray it or wet it a little bit, you know, so the pick or the comb could go through it. You know, you want to get it styled and stuff, and your style won't last too long, and next thing you know, you're back to a fro. And, you know, just having locks is a lot more convenient and relaxing. Doing good, you know. Yeah, it's gonna take a while for that hair to lock in though, like straight up. But you know, it's holding. As long as it's holding, I'm gonna have to re-up on this because I'm almost out. I mean, I got a lot left, but not as much as I wish. Ooh. Oh, damn, I got water in my eye. Damn, products mixed with that water, that shit got in my damn eye. Not bad. It's looking good, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is pretty much the only style I know how to do. I don't know how to braid and all that crazy shit. I ain't no like loctician or nothing. I'm a budget retwister though. Even though I've been doing it for a long ass time. But I do my hair. I don't do nobody else's hair. Straight up. I remember this one chick asked me to do her hair. And I was like, nah, I don't thug it like that. That ain't me. And if somebody do decide to see this video, don't ask me for advice. Please don't ask me what products I use. Don't ask me, what's the best method to blah, 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 and do this and do that, and what shouldn't you do. And man, there's plenty of people on YouTube who do retwist, videos, and they be sitting here doing A, B, C, and D, and all this good stuff. I'm just a nigga that do his own hair, and I wanted to do this because I just said fuck it, So please, for the love of everything, don't ask me for advice. Please don't do it. I'm about 26 minutes in. Not bad. Not bad. I would have been done, but I was talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah, that's great. And you know, I got these big rubber bands in my drawer. They like peanut butter color. I wanted some black ones, but them was the only ones I saw. They huge. You know what I'm saying? Like, they real big rubber bands. And I like them, but I don't use them. I used to use them for my retwist, but I stopped using them because they was like sucking on the tip. they they was sucking on the tips of my locks, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was just kind of overextending that. Not overextending, but if you keep using them things, because they so big, you got to keep wrapping them till they tight. But the problem with doing that is on your tips end up looking all deformed and shit like that over time. If you keep using them things, might break your tips off. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know because I ain't get that far, but it just ain't look right for my tips. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped using them, and now I use these small ones because all I got to do is just twist them pretty much once and they on. With them big ones, I had to twist them bitches like 5 or 6 times till they was on my locks, but they was so tight. This lock right here, this motherfucker took a long ass time to lock. You know what I'm saying? This was probably the most what's the word? The most, I guess, difficult to deal with lock. Cause it, you know, I don't know. I guess the placement is like right at the top of my head. It was just so hard for it to lock. Cause the hair would, you know, wasn't nothing wrong with it. It was just wouldn't lock like it should have. You know, but over time, because I had a lot of new growth with it. I mean, it locked pretty much like the other ones, but it just wasn't, it was just so much growth on, like so much new growth. Mm. And just like that, my hair done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how you do it. It look good. Yeah. Like I said, the outside hair, it's looking a little messy out here because I got so much new growth, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to tame it in the locking in with the locks. So I got a few little loose hairs, you know, hanging out and shit like that. But I mean, they look good. They look good. You know what I'm saying? It's just some light shit. You know, like I don't really be styling my hair. I do basic retwists and that's it. But my hair look cool. I like it. Yeah, look, that was it. It took about a little over 35 minutes. We're on 36 minutes in a few seconds. You know what I'm saying? Some of that was me talking to y'all. But that's how I retwist my locks. Don't ask me for advice. I was just doing this because I wanted to record this. So for all my lock people out there, yeah, I hope y'all had a good time with this video.